Welcome back to What's Up Oxford. I have April Nix here with us, and she is the development planner for Oxford County. So welcome to the show, April.
Thank you for having me.
So I understand you're here to ask for the public's help, in how to make our community better.
Yes, so we're working on updating the official plan for Oxford, and that's a document that helps sort of set out the rules and requirements for how the community will continue to grow and change. And it's a document that applies to the county as a whole, but it also helps guide development for places like the city of Woodstock, the town of Tillsonburg, the town of Ingersoll, as well as all of the rural municipalities as well. And it helps set out things around requirements for land uses. So, residential, where we're going to put more housing, commercial and industrial considerations and requirements. But it also includes policies to help sort of balance and guide how we also protect other things that are important to the community, whether that be our agricultural lands or our natural spaces like woodlands and wetlands.
And parks and recreation.
Yes, very much a part of that too.
So this is a document that happens how often? How often does this planning take place?
So we look at trying to maintain and keep the official plan updated. Usually, a review can happen sort of every 5 to 10 years. And it's a forward-looking document. So we're usually talking about what the community will look like, 20, 30 years ahead. So with the environmental updates, we're trying to look at some of the things that we should maybe be mindful of now as we start and continue to plan for change in the community to help make sure that our natural spaces remain healthy and that we still have woodlands and wetlands nearby, that we have trails for people to be able to access, both maybe for bird watching or recreational reasons, but also to help them get around, to make sure that, trails help maybe connect to places you want to go in the community, that we have parks and facilities that help meet the community's needs and provide those different sort of opportunities to participate or get outside and enjoy nature.
Okay.
So
seeking the public's help or advice, what does that look like?
So we have a policy directions document right now that's available online at speakupoxford.ca. And we're contemplating some different ideas on how we could make changes potentially to the official plan and different ways we could approach, say, trying to do more to protect woodlands or wetlands, or how maybe we should consider other requirements for supporting protection of drinking water in our rivers and streams, how we might be able to plan for communities that are more energy efficient, that conserve and use less water. So there's different ways we can go about doing some of that, and we're looking for feedback on approaches and what people would like to see as we move forward with draft policies.
Okay. So if somebody does want to get involved, how would they be able to participate?
So they can head on over to the website at speakupoxford.ca, and we have a page there for the official plan and the environmental policies. Specifically, you can access the directions document that I mentioned, as well as some of the other background information if you really like getting into the details. We have a survey there. People can also email staff at opupdate@oxfordcounty.ca, and we're having an open house on November 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Oxford County Administration Building at 21 Peel Street.
Okay, and that's open to everybody?
Open to everybody. So if you're somebody who'd rather come in person, maybe read some material, be able to talk with staff, ask a few questions, that's a good opportunity to come take part. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So why are they updating it? Is it just the time, or is it because Woodstock and Oxford County has grown so much that this needs to happen?
So it's a bit of both. Part of it is to meet other legislative requirements and things that the province requires us to do to stay up to date with other laws and things as they change. But part of it is also to make sure that the document and the way we're contemplating planning is aligning with where, the community sees themselves growing and how we keep making sure that our communities are great places to live, work, and play.
Right, of course. Well, Woodstock, I keep saying Woodstock because I live and work here, but just how much it's grown even over the last 10 years is absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And as somebody that's lived here my entire life, during COVID is when I learned all of the beautiful trails that we have. I didn't know that we had all of those things. So now that I know they're there, I personally would definitely want to make sure that those are protected.
Yeah, so and this is part of that sort of early opportunity to help give us some feedback and ideas on things we could be considering and how to go about doing that. So
How to make our community even better.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you mentioned the open house is November 23rd, 6 to 8 at the Oxford County Administration Building.
That's right.
Do you need to sign up or register in advance?
No, you can just come on in. It's going to be a bit of a pop-in open house. There'll be lots of information available, and it's an opportunity to chat with staff and ask questions.
Excellent. And if you're not available to attend that day, it's speakupoxford.ca?
That's right, and it's the official plan environmental policy page.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you very much for being on the show today. That's all we have for today. We'll see you next time.